Today is November 10th and it's 10:53 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the daily chart for the ProShares Trust Bitcoin ETF, ticker symbol BITO. And as of today's trading session, price closed at $42.31. And for the day, it was down $1.01. So looking at this daily chart, this is a relatively new ETF. It started trading back on October 19th. And from what I understand, even though this is a Bitcoin ETF, it's not really tied to Bitcoin. This is more correlated to the Bitcoin futures contract. So that's the reason why I kind of was intrigued by this product, just to see how pricing was calculated. And yesterday, I did take a position involving the November 26 option contracts, specifically the $40 strike. So right here, and the details for this position are, again, this is a $40 strike. Yesterday, when I bought this contract, price was trading at a little over $43. So this contract essentially saying that on or before November 26, I'm anticipating that price will be at or below $40. Now, because I just wanted to see how this affects or how this is really tied to the futures, I only took one small position. I bought one contract and it cost me $170. And since it closed today at $1.90, the overall trade, I'm up $19. So right here, I got into this contract on November 9th at 1:11 p.m. So because this is tied to the Bitcoin futures, let me go to the futures here. I don't think the ETF, BITO, is tied to the actual Bitcoin futures, ticker symbol /BTC. Each tick move is consists of 5 ticks, and it's $25 per tick, right? I think the BITO is more tied to the micro Bitcoin futures, ticker symbol /MBT, where each tick size or each tick move is worth 50 cents. So what I did was, going into purchasing that option contract, I did a 30-day look back of the Bitcoin futures. And when I did that look back, I was using, again, these 2 red candlesticks hadn't happened yet, right? So when I entered the trade, it was based on information from this candlestick, the high of this candlestick, to the low of the October 8th candlestick, because this is my 30-day look back. And dealing with options, I don't go back more than like 6 months, but I thought I'd just take a short-term view. So I did 30 days. So when I added the Fibonacci retracement, the golden ratio of 61.8% is equal to 63,290. And as price was coming up, you can see that price had a difficult time getting above this price level, right? So price managed to get above it, but eventually started fading towards the downside, and then made multiple attempts just to get back above it, And then on October 7th or October 8th, there was a strong momentum push towards the upside. And yesterday, Bitcoin reached its high of 69,000. And then today it hit an all-time high of 69,360. So when I got into the trade yesterday, I was looking to use the fib level of 63,290 as my take profit. Now, when I entered BITO, it was at 1:11 p.m. So this is where price was at that time. So my entry of the put contract was 67,304, right? So had I sold or shorted the futures contract instead of buying BITO, I would have shorted here, right, at 67,304, and I would have exited when price hit 63,290. Now, in active trader, right, so this is where Bitcoin is right now, right, this light gray box, this is where price is. So every level up or down, there's a spread of 5 points, right, and each point is 50 cents. So that's how Bitcoin is calculated, the micro Bitcoin futures is calculated. And this is only involving one contract. So had I shorted in the Bitcoin futures, this move from here to the yellow is about $400, right? So if I open up the calculator, it would have cost $400, my profit would have been $401. So how it is that I take my trade entry price of 67,304 and my exit price is 63,290, right? So I subtract that because I shorted it. So it's 63,290, right? So the spread is 4,014. Now I divide that by 5 because that's the tick size. Right? So it's 802, and then I multiply that by 50 cents. So had I shorted in the futures contract, my profit would have been $401.40. I would have been out of the trade today, right? Because price fell below the fib level of 63,290. I would have been out of the trade. But because I was experimenting, I should have been paper trading it, but I was experimenting by buying BITO, and as you can see, I'm only up $19. Let me go back to that. As you can see, I'm only up $19. So in one day, I would have made $400, right? Because I would have shorted yesterday, and then I would have closed the trade out today, this afternoon. But I'm still in the trade, up $19. So if I click on the Analyze tab, so this is where price is right now. So this is where price is right now for BITO, and right here on the x-axis, this is the price of BITO, and this blue line represents my option contracts expiration P&L. So right here in the blue, it's showing a negative 170 because that's what it cost me to get into this trade, right? So not only did I lose 400, but I'm still taking money out of my pocket to buy this, so I'm negative 170. So, and if price continues dropping for BITO, when it reaches around $40, I'm still negative 170, right? So after price hits this curve, at that point, that's when I'll start recovering my principal. So when price hits $39, right, at that point right here, when BITO is at $39, I've recovered $100 out of the $170 used to get into the trade. Now this red hash line right here represents my break even, right? So for me to make back my $400, BITO would have to drop significantly, all the way down to around $34.28. At that point, my profit is $401.85. So I'm not sure where Bitcoin would have to be for BITO to be priced at $34.28. So, and I don't know. As a trader, I trade options, I trade futures. If I was going to trade Bitcoin, I would use the futures. I wouldn't even come back and using the BITO as a trading platform in the future. If I was a long-term, still, I don't even know if I would buy BITO. But anyway, to each his own. So $400 out of the trade, profit, but no, I'm only up $19. So that's the negative side to BITO. That's my take on this trade. So that's the end of it. So anyway, until the next trade, I will see you guys. All right, thanks.